Your personal information is being sold right now. While you're watching this video, data brokers are packaging up your address, phone number, income estimates, and even your family members' details to sell to the highest bidder. I'm going to reveal 6 critical things about DeleteMe that could save you hundreds of dollars and months of frustration. And stick around until the end because I'll show you exactly which type of person gets the most value from DeleteMe versus other services. And anyone who wants to sign up can use my discount code in the description. These links support the channel at no extra cost to you. Let's get into it. Data brokers are companies that collect and sell your personal information, sometimes from public records, sometimes from shitty sources. They range from well-known people search sites like Spokeo and White Pages to marketing databases and background check companies. Here's the big picture. Other services love to brag about the number of data brokers they remove you from, sometimes hundreds, but not every broker is equally dangerous. Some are major offenders that actively distribute your data, while others may have the wrong name, incomplete information, or no listing for you at all. DeleteMe takes a different approach. They start with what they've identified as the worst of the worst offenders, targeting them first. That means your first removals are from brokers that actually matter. Over time, they'll expand coverage, and yes, DeleteMe ultimately works with 950 plus data broker sites. The difference is how they do it. DeleteMe uses a hybrid method, automation for speed, human oversight for accuracy. They also offer custom removals where you can request specific sites beyond their standard list. This is different from competitors who typically stick to their predetermined broker lists. The trade-off is coverage versus attention. DeleteMe covers fewer brokers automatically, but they put more effort into each removal attempt. Thing number 2 is about their pricing approach, and you need to check current rates because they change frequently. The largest thing to note is that DeleteMe is an annual plan-only service. They're a little unique in this regard. Most services will offer a monthly plan option, but DeleteMe does require at least 1 year of service if you sign up. And you should definitely check the links in the description for current rates and any available discounts. The key thing to understand is that DeleteMe bundles additional privacy tools that competitors usually don't include. So when you're comparing prices, you're not just comparing data removal services. If you're buying these services separately, the costs add up quickly. Email masking alone from other providers can run several dollars monthly. Thing number 3 is where DeleteMe genuinely excels, their user interface and reporting. Their dashboard is honestly impressive. You get visual charts showing your exposure levels, clear status indicators for each broker, and detailed progress tracking. It feels like using a premium app rather than a basic web interface. What I really like is their quarterly reporting system. Instead of overwhelming you with constant notifications, they send comprehensive reports showing what they discovered, what they removed, and what's planned for next quarter. The downside is that everything operates on these quarterly cycles, so if your information pops up somewhere new, you might not hear about it for up to 3 months. Some competitors provide weekly or even daily updates, but honestly, for most people, quarterly updates are probably sufficient and less stressful than constant privacy alerts. Thing number 4 is one of the most important insights from my testing, and it might go against what you've heard about broker coverage. In my own test, DeleteMe's initial broker removals came in lower than services like Incogni or Optery. At first glance, that might make it look like they cover less, but here's what's really happening. DeleteMe starts by manually removing you from the highest risk people search sites first, the ones where anyone can look up your current address, phone number, and even family members. Competitors sometimes get a higher early count by targeting a long list of brokers all at once, but many of those are low-impact sites with outdated or inaccurate data, like an old marketing database that still has your zip code wrong from 5 years ago. If you're in an urgent situation like a stalking incident, you might prefer a service that hits everything all at once. But for most people, DeleteMe's privacy-first order of removals is actually smarter in the long run, since the most harmful brokers are handled right away and the rest are picked off as they appear. Thing number 5 is about their support system, and this is where DeleteMe really separates itself from competitors. Most data removal services offer basic email support and maybe a web form. DeleteMe provides email, live chat, and actual phone support with real people. For a privacy service, being able to talk to someone when you have concerns is pretty valuable. They also make cancellation straightforward. You can do it right from your dashboard instead of having to call or email and get the runaround. The refund policy is fair too. If you're someone who likes knowing you can reach a human when needed, this is a significant advantage. Most competitors force you to communicate through support tickets and hope for responses. The trade-off is that this level of support is part of what you're paying for in their premium pricing. Thing number 6 is the decision framework, when DeleteMe makes sense versus when you should look elsewhere. DeleteMe is ideal if you want a premium hands-off experience with human oversight. You're paying for quality over quantity, comprehensive support, and integrated privacy tools beyond just data removal. Skip DeleteMe if you're primarily budget-focused, want maximum automated coverage regardless of quality, or prefer more frequent updates and notifications. For most people concerned about basic privacy, like preventing strangers from easily finding your address and phone number, DeleteMe's focus on high-impact people search sites is actually more valuable than competitors with broader but shallower coverage. If you're dealing with more sophisticated privacy threats or need extensive international coverage, you might need a different approach. After weeks of testing, here's my honest take. DeleteMe is a premium service that delivers where it counts. Quality results and strong support, but you'll pay premium prices for that level of service. Whether it's worth it comes down to how much you value hands-on help over broader coverage or budget options. If you want to check current pricing or compare to alternatives, I've linked the latest rates and promotions in the description. Those change often, so it's the best way to stay up to date. If this breakdown helped you cut through the marketing hype, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more honest reviews. I test these tools so you don't waste your money.